All right, let's talk about money. But forget just talking about it. Today, we're actually going to draw up a blueprint, a real step-by-step plan that puts you in the driver's seat and leads to what we all want, real financial freedom. You know that feeling, right? You work your tail off, the paycheck hits your account, and then, poof, it just vanishes. And you're left scratching your head wondering, where did it all go? It's this super stressful cycle. So many of us are stuck in it, but I'm here to tell you it does not have to be your story. So let's get one thing straight. This isn't about pinching every last penny until you're miserable. No way. This is about empowerment. Think of it like we're building a house. We're laying a solid foundation, brick by brick, that gives you the freedom to make choices because you want to, not because you're forced to. That's the real goal here. Okay, so here's the plan. First, we're going to master your money. Then, we'll tackle how to navigate those big, scary debts. After that, the fun part, growing your wealth. And we'll wrap up by zeroing in on the very first smart step you can take today. All right, let's dive into step one. You can't build a skyscraper on a shaky foundation, right? Same thing with your finances. It all starts with getting total control of your cash flow. It's about knowing where every dollar is going and, even better, telling it exactly where it should go. And the perfect tool for this is the 50-30-20 rule. It sounds kind of technical, but trust me, it's super simple. It's just a framework for splitting up your after-tax income. Don't think of it as a super restrictive budget. Think of it more like a quick checkup for your money to see where you stand. So here's the breakdown. 50% of your take-home pay goes to your needs. We're talking the absolute must-haves. Rent, bills, groceries, you get it. 30% is for your wants. This is the fun stuff, eating out, your Netflix binge, that new pair of shoes. And then comes the most important slice, 20%. This part is non-negotiable. It goes straight into savings and investments. This is you paying your future self before anyone else gets a dime. Okay, let's put some real numbers to this. Picture a young professional making, say, 3,500 ringgit a month after tax. Under this rule, their rent and essential bills fit right into that 50% slice. Their social life, a little shopping, that lands in the 30% zone. And here's the magic. They are automatically tucking away 700 ringgit every single month for their future. See? This isn't some impossible dream. It's a real workable plan. It just goes to show that if you have a little structure, you can start building wealth right from your very first paycheck. Okay, so you've got your monthly money sorted. Now it's time to level up and think bigger. We're talking about those major life purchases, a car, a house. You really got to be strategic here because one wrong move with a big loan can, and I'm not exaggerating, set you back for decades. So what do banks actually care about when they decide to give you a loan? We all hear these little rules of thumb, right? Like, oh, you can afford a car that costs 1 year's salary. Well, I'm here to tell you that stuff can be super misleading, even dangerous. The reality is, banks have one key number they look at. And if you understand this number, it's like having a secret key to the whole process. And that magic number is your debt service ratio, or DSR for short. It's actually a really simple formula. You just take all your monthly debt payments and divide that by your monthly take-home pay. That 1% tells a bank everything it needs to know about how stretched your finances are. In Malaysia, for example, banks typically want to see that number stay below 60 or 70%. And this is where the light bulb really goes on. The common mistake is just thinking, can I afford this car payment right now? But the smart way to think is, how will this car payment affect my ability to get a home loan in 5 years? See, that awesome-looking car with the huge monthly payment might feel great in the moment, but it can jack up your DSR. Then, down the road, when you go to buy a house, the bank looks at that high DSR and says, nope, sorry, or they offer you way less than you need. That want for a fancy car today literally torpedoed your future need for a home. Okay, deep breath. We've built the foundation, we've managed the big risks, now for the really exciting part. It's time to switch from defense to offense. We're going to move beyond just saving money and start making our money work for us. This, my friends, is the engine that actually builds serious wealth. Now listen closely because this might be the single most important idea in all of personal finance. Your biggest, most powerful financial asset, it's not your salary, it's time. And why is time so powerful? It's because of a little thing called compound interest, a force so powerful Albert Einstein himself supposedly called it the eighth wonder of the world. And the impact of starting early is, well, it's just staggering. Look at this. To become a millionaire by age 60, assuming a pretty standard 8% return, a 20-year-old only needs to put away about 285 ringgit a month. But what if you wait until you're 30, Just 10 years later, that number more than doubles. You now need 667 a month. Wait till you're 40? Forget about it. You're looking at almost 1,700 ringgit every single month. The cost of waiting is absolutely massive. Procrastination is the silent killer of your financial future. So the big question is, where do you even put this money to work? I know the world of investing can seem super complicated and intimidating, but it really doesn't have to be. You've got options. Your APF is a fantastic set-it-and-forget-it tool for retirement. For safer, low-risk savings, you can look at funds like ASB or ASM. If you're just starting out and want to get a piece of the whole market, unit trusts are a perfect entry point. And hey, if you're up for doing a bit of homework for potentially higher returns, you can dive into individual stocks. The point is, there's a starting line for absolutely everyone, no matter your comfort level with risk. And no matter which path you end up taking, there are a few golden rules that will protect you along the way. First, invest, don't speculate. We're in this for the long haul, not for a quick gamble. Second, please never borrow money to invest. It's a recipe for disaster because it just amplifies any losses. And third, and this is a game changer, automate it. Set up a fixed amount to be invested every month. This strategy, called ringgit cost averaging, takes all the emotion out of it and actually helps you benefit when the market gets choppy. Which leads us perfectly to this piece of pure wisdom from the legend himself, Warren Buffett. He famously said, to be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy only when others are fearful. You see, your two biggest enemies as an investor are your own emotions, fear and greed. Most people do it backwards. They pile in and buy high when everyone's excited, and then they panic and sell low when everyone's scared. A successful investor learns to quiet that noise and has the guts to do the exact opposite. So there you have it, the blueprint for taking control, navigating the big stuff, and actually growing your money. But you know what? All this knowledge is totally useless if you don't act on it. So let's wrap this up by focusing on the only thing that really matters right now, what you're going to do next. So let's just recap the blueprint one last time. It's 3 simple steps. Step 1, get a grip on your money with a 50-30-20 rule. Step 2, protect your future by knowing your DSR before you even think about a big loan. And step 3, make time your superpower by starting to invest consistently and as early as humanly possible. Look, financial freedom isn't some far-off lottery win. It's the sum of all the small, smart choices you make day in and day out. That journey of 1,000 miles, it really does start with a single step. So the real question is, what's yours going to be? After everything we've talked about, what is the one small thing you will do today to start building your own life of freedom?